Okay. So, coming in at number 5 for me would be Civ 6. Now, this has been a fun one for me. Caleb knows how much fun this game is.
Civ 4. Just saying, Civ 4 was my number. It was my number 2 as well. I think Civ 4 was my number 2, and Black Ops 1 was my number. Black Ops 2 was my number 1.
Damn.
But that pretty much we're both Civ fans. If you want to hear me rant about how much better Civ 4 is than any other Civ game, check out last week.
We've got a video for that one.
But Josh has a reason why it's Civ 6 is favorite.
I've only ever played Civ 5 and 6, and Civ 5 was a bit of a letdown for me. Civ 6 brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah, Civ 6 is a really good game. I play it every now and then.
It's great fun, but it also brings the worst out in people.
It does.
To me,
it also brings the worst out in Gandhi.
To me, it's when you get to the atomic era, and then Gandhi decides to be like, I have nukes again. After you wipe out half of his entire army. Yeah. And then he's like, guess who's back with nukes this time? And then he kills your entire army, 3 others in one time. Yeah. Like, that's terrifying.
Alright, Lockie, your favourite.
My number 5 would be GTA 4.
Ooh.
It's because the story mode drags on for so long.
It does. I think my biggest problem with GTA 4 is how half the map is locked off.
Oh, that too. That's real annoying.
I remember. So they did that with GTA 3 too, because in the initial cutscene for GTA 3, the bridge is just like split in half by a van exploding or something like that.
Yeah, so when I played it last, I tried swimming over to the other side, and I just got 5 stars instantly. I had the full military.
Damn.
It's like, that's one good thing about GTA 5. Like, soon as you do the first mission or so, you can explore the whole map.
Yeah, it unlocks easily. Yeah.
Where GTA 4, after you've got to finish about half the story to unlock the other side, half the map.
Yeah.
And apart from that, though, the story itself is pretty good.
But there are some upsides to it. You can still go across bridges and stuff, but you have to pay tolls, and I don't like that idea.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably trying to fit the realism of living in New York too. It looks it's just like GTA, just like every GTA game. It's very similar to the actual city.
Yeah. They've almost ripped off the entire city. It looks great.
But think about it. When it came out, it was top notch.
Yeah, for its time. Even to this day, the graphics are still pretty good.
Yeah. But
I know. I actually played a demo of it.
Compare GTA 4 to GTA 5. It's just,
Yeah.
Times have changed and we've got more updated. You can do more stuff now.
Yeah. I think one thing I loved about GTA 4 was buying the Soviet Russian hat, because you don't know, the entire game you play as a Russian immigrant in New York, right? Or Liberty City.
Wow, 4 does look amazing. Holy hell.
Yeah, it does.
Damn, I played a demo of it once.
I remember I always had the Russian hat. The Soviet
it's your
hat.
thing.
I love doing jobs for the drug dealer in it. I don't know why, it's funny.
It's an iconic game. Thank you, Nico.
It's Nico.
Damn.
Alright, Josh,
what
number 4.
Cutscenes where
my number 4 is actually a 5th. GTA 5 specifically.
GTA 5?
Yeah, it only comes in at 4th.
I think it was 4 for me as well.
Yeah, screw you, Forza 4, you were there, and then I cut you out last minute because I forgot the game existed. But yeah.
You're sort of like Rory, where you played it recently. Rory spoke to me. It was on the. I'm pretty sure it was on his list, and he's only barely played it.
I used to play 3 all the time. Number 3 was my favorite for 3 solid years. No joke.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. I loved it. I was 9 when I first played GTA. I was so happy with myself because it took me an hour of convincing my dad to say it was just a car game. So little did he know there was also a lot of lesser, favorite things. It was great. I loved it. And 5's better.
GTA 5 is just, to this day, really good. Yeah. Lockie, Your turn. Number 4.
My number 4 is GTA 5.
Ooh. So
a
that I
common
think
error.
that's 3, maybe 4. I think Rory might have had it at number 4 for him as well. I know he had it somewhere.
Yeah. But GTA 5, I don't know. It just
Something about it.
there's a weird vibe about it that I get sometimes when I
I was
play
gonna say, quite quickly, I want to add on to it. I built up my criminal enterprise very quickly, which also led me to a short stop of not being able to do many things like how others would.
That's why you play the story.
Yeah, I
The
played
story
story.
is phenomenal.
I completed the story in 2 weeks. Give me a break.
Yeah.
But it was actually quite short. I redid a lot of missions because I enjoyed them, or I was just retarded and couldn't do anything.
Did you finish all 3 endings?
Yes, all 3
Lockie,
endings.
have you done all 3?
I finished the 3rd one today.
Yes, and I've also
Let's try not to spoil
how
it.
messed up is it?
A lot of people actually don't know
When you
there's
have to
multiple
kill
endings.
Michael.
Trevor's ending hurts a little. I was sad to see Trevor go.
Yeah.
Michael's ending was also.
I know. I really didn't care for Michael. I had no
them-
remorse.
Yeah. I think definitely Death Wish. I said this last week. Death Wish is the superior ending. Everyone knows it. A lot of people refuse to play the others. Most people go straight to Death Wish. It's the best one.
May I add, Caleb? It took me 7 attempts to get Death Wish right. That's how much fun it was for me. Like I would get something wrong just minusculely. Like I would miss an enemy by a little bit. Not gonna restart the entire thing. I went for 100% hit rate on that mission.
It was good. Alright, Josh. Number 3.
Number 3 would go to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I love this game, really do.
How's it number 3? It's to be higher, Josh. What are you doing?
Okay, you can take my other 2. You can take my other 2, which literally knock it out of the park. Okay.
I had Black Ops 2 at number 1.
Okay, don't blame me. So Black Ops 2, I've never actually fully owned the game. You know, I've borrowed it from like a cousin here and there. You know, played it at other people's houses. But it's always been one of those games where I've just wanted to finish it, but never have, because, you know, time restrictions and all that. And yeah, I've been told the campaign's amazing. But what I love most about it,
mates over as well.
It is.
Yeah. That's why I loved it so much, because we used to have this thing. A few friends and I, we'd all go to the one house for a night, and we'd stay up the entire night just trying to get better at each other by some way. Like, you know, for me, it was the cool, nasty shots.
It's not like GTA where you have to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play now, and the other mate sits on his computer or whatever.
Yeah.
Not like that. Whereas you can both play, or you can have your computer open, both still playing, have music blast, and
split screen. Oh, yeah, exactly. I miss split screen on COD so much. Like the new CODs don't have split screen. I miss it, man.
Really?
Oh, they have split screen. It's like 2 player. 4 player Black Ops 2 split screen. Although actually looking at it was kind of cancer. It's one of those things where it's like bad, but it has a good nostalgic vibe, and it's actually still pretty good. And it's one of those things you took for granted. Really, 4 player split screen. I miss it.
Yeah. Those are the days.
Lockie,
my number 3 is Farming Simulator 2019.
Ooh, that doesn't surprise me.
I love this game.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But I don't like how you have to, you start off with a small farm and
gotta build it up.
You got to build it up, yeah. Because if you go out and buy a real farm, like in today's world, you get like 200 acre, 100 acre, or something like that.
Yeah.
And the one in Farming Sim 2019, once you first load in, you have to buy like a truck and all that stuff. You get $1,000 to spend on like a ute and all that.
Yeah.
That's a little limiting.
That's, yeah, because in real life, you could spend as much as you want, really, if you wanted to.
See, I played it. I used to have it on my computer, and I played it for a bit, and I modded it. And so I modded it to the point where I had this lovely thing called forest fires, being a bastard to me.
I like that mod.
So you have it's a massive, you have your massive farm. A forest fire wipes out half of your crop because you're not careful enough.
Oh no, I don't do that. I had a mod where you could burn down the forest, but you could control it at the same time.
Oh, so sort of like burn offs.
Yeah.
So I had it. It was called wildfires. It killed everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Josh, number 2.
Number 2 goes to Skate 3.
And this is ironic.
oh,
We
I
were
haven't
talking.
played
We
the
were
game
talking about this
so long.
earlier for the Skate 4 announced, Lockie.
Is there actually?
Oh yeah, they're making a new skate game. We went
hell
a bit
yeah.
more in depth earlier.
Oh, hell
Yeah. So Skate 3, I had a lot of fun memories growing up with this game. I
Who
think
doesn't? Come
I
on,
Yeah.
honestly.
we got it when we got our Xbox 360. It was the first game we got after Drive of San Francisco. That was another good one. So we got
Didn't it
Skate
also come
3.
out on iPads? It came out on iPad too.
Probably did. I'm not sure if it did though.
Probably.
It probably did.
I'm surprised knowing it,
I
yeah.
kind of lost track of the game.
iPads or iPhone? I can't remember which one. It might be
I to this day still play
Skate
Skate 3. That's how much I love the game. Like, does that not tell you something? Like, it
Yeah.
was one of those games you could just do anything.
I could be
Yeah.
thinking of the wrong skate game, but there's a skate game that I used to play on my iPad all the time. I think it was like Real Skate or something.
Real Skate or Skate Party, one of those little iPad
Yeah,
ones.
one of them.
I had
Yeah.
Skate
That was
Party
so
4.
fun.
That was
We
the
got to
best.
do like top 5 mobile games.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be a good one.
Essentially down the road. Maybe not like maybe like do it like episode 10, like around that era,
Yes.
because I feel like it's a bit too soon doing it right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lockie, numero 2.
My number 2 is Need for Speed Heat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a good
think-
game.
I think my favorite Need for Speed is probably Pursuit. Or Hot Pursuit, I
Pursuit,
think it was.
yeah.
It was
Okay,
Pursuit.
can we all admit Rivals was a big letdown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Need for Speed Heat, it gives you more freedom to upgrade your cars. You can it's similar to real life, but it's not at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not too realistic, but it's still realistic. But
Yeah. It is. I think the older Need for Speed games are definitely like where it's peaked.
oh yeah.
They were fun as.
Apart from Need for Speed Heat, to this day, they've done so good.
Yeah.
Well, meaning as well as Need for Speed Heat, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a common theme with games nowadays. Like the graphics and all look better. It's just the gameplay isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I hope
Josh.
GTA 6 doesn't belly flop.
I have a funny feeling it will. I'm not sure why.
Oh yeah.
Josh, numero 1, favorite game of all time.
Modern Warfare 2. I don't even ask me why.
That's why Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2 was
Yeah.
like...
this for some reason, I'm not even sure why. It was actually the first Call of Duty I ever played. May I add?
Exactly the same. I played it against my dad and I lost.
Exactly.
So.
I played it with a friend. I think it was Chase. I played it with. But yeah, it was the first Call of Duty game I ever played, and then after that it would have been Halo Reach, but that's not a Call of Duty game. But you know, shooter games wise, yeah. Damn, Halo Reach only makes 6. Kind of start on my list.
I think
I
for me, if Modern Warfare 2 would definitely be my top 10. If I had to expand my top 5 from last week to top 10, Modern Warfare 2 is there. Campaign was great. The Spec Ops was the greatest it's ever been, and the multiplayer.
We had no Russian. No Russian.
The multiplayer was the best COD until 2012, and I'm just gonna say that might be Black Ops 2.
Yes.
Lockie.
Can we also do honorable mentions? Because I've got a few honorable mentions.
Yeah, sure. I might actually chuck in one of.
Gran Turismo 6. Who doesn't remember Gran Turismo 6?
Oh my god. If you don't remember Gran Turismo 6, you don't have a life.
Alright, on the topic of car games, Ridge Racer 7.
Oh.
I'm going retro.
On the topic of car games, guess what? Forza's not actually my favorite car game. Bam.
Forza
no.
Horizon 3.
No, it's number 2. Number 2 is the best, don't even. Number 2 is set in Italy, of all places. Like, who would think to set it in Italy?
I'm not sure. It's not like Italy's pretty big on cars or anything.
I think
the more out there one was Australia, and it worked. It was kind of
sort
weird.
of.
Yeah, I know.
It sort of worked.
It was kind of weird seeing the 12 apostles.
It was kind of weird seeing all 12 out of the 3 left standing. Bruh.
Yeah. That's the weird part. Yeah.
London Bridge was still there. Yeah, because that's what one of them was called.
Can I
before
chuck in another honourable mention? Civ
Go
6 for my list last week. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, another one. What else do I want to chuck in?
Rainbow Six Vegas. Oh, I love that one. That makes my sixth actually. That's my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I got another one. What's it called? Forza Motorsport 7.
Oh, I have that. That's really fun. It's a painfully
good.
tricky game, but it's fun otherwise.
I just loved on the Bathurst one and the Nerdburgering.
Oh, the Nürburgring. We made a 20-lap Nürburgring. Each lap is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
We changed drivers, still got that painful.
My number one is Forza Horizon 3.
Oof.
That one hits a little.
It hits
I was
home for us.
expecting number
it's
2.
Literally our home.
Yeah.
Exactly. And plus, I love it because I can put a massive bull bar on the front of a ute and I can smash into people.
And you can smash into the 12 apostles.
I just loved riding
and
all
make
the
it
way.
actually be like free instead of all 12.
I just loved riding the lyrics to Mr. Sandman on the side of a Sandman. Yeah. That was pretty fun.
I think my favorite part.
That took 3 hours.
My favorite part of that game was instead of going to the parts of Australia I haven't been to win it, we're just going to the bits I actually had been to and like stuff that's like kind of close and like just down the road.
Oh, you know what did hurt though? Like, they didn't have all the road.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
No, it's like in a AAA franchise as big as Forza, to see something that's literally down the road from you is really cool. Now, a lot of Americans probably have experienced that before, who live in like LA or New York or Miami.
Yeah, you got look at them strip along the side of LA.
But for us in Australia, where no games are set here, none.
There's 2. I know of like 2.
Yeah, like,
but one's very loosely based here.
Yeah, it's really cool to see things that is down the road, literally like a half an hour drive away in some cases.
And it's also good that we can actually relate to what we're looking at. Whereas if we go play American games, we have no idea what we're looking at. We have no idea if it looks like how it should or whatever.
Yeah. I think the only real other game where I've got that satisfaction of seeing something that's down the road from me in real life is the AFL games.
Yeah.
And that's literally based on an Australian sport. Also, honourable mention for sports games are AFL Live from 2010. It's the best AFL game to this day.
If you're going to say MLB The Show out of the park.
Yeah. Out of the park is good. It's way too in-depth. But yeah, that's probably... Once again, we're going to spend majority of the podcast on this topic, but that's all good.